Hello. I am here today to give you a tour of my office. I recently had a client ask me about my standing desk because I have an IKEA standing desk that I love and adore. I've had it for maybe going on 4 years. And I love it. And I wanted to show her she asked to see how my office was set up. And I was like, you know what? I bet someone else can benefit from this too. So I'm going to give you a tour. I'm going to walk you through my immediate space here, and let's get started and dive in. Okay, so I'm going to flip my camera around. All right, woo. So this is where I spend my time all day long. You can see I have a standing desk, so if I push, I need to have longer arms here. If I push this button, it goes down or up. This is my IKEA standing desk, and you can see now it's up to standing height. I was sitting earlier this morning, which is why I have my sitting size chair here. But this is, it has the ability to stand. I use it pretty often. I've been increasing the frequency of it, and when I do that, I actually move this just right over here, which is under my light stand. Isn't that pretty cool? So that's what makes sure that I have enough ambient light going that it can be captured by the camera in my computer, so that when I'm working with clients all day long via video and making videos all day long, you can actually see me and have good focus. You can see I have my auxiliary screen, which is awesome, and that makes it so that I am very efficient and have a lot of visual. You also can see this is literally what it looks like pretty much all the time. I typically have a few papers stacked, but I move them to the side. I should have just left them out, but I put the folders away. This is literally what my desk looks like all the time, except for a few papers here and sometimes a piece of paper there. I just have a simple pencil cup because of how long this desk is. It's perfect because it's the largest rectangle, at least that they sold 4 years ago from IKEA. This is a black-brown finish. But the challenge is I'm kind of short. I'm only 5'2", and so my wingspan's only 5'2". So I found that even though I do have places near my desk where I keep writing implements, that this was the best for me. So I have my highlighters, which it looks like my children ran away with a few of them, my pens and pencils, my Sharpies, and then various implements where I keep my headphones that I use for my computer and things like that. I have my coasters, my little inspiration on the corner, have my little space heater for when I get cold. And for me, it's all about ergonomics. So this is under here because I have chosen to use a laptop instead of a desktop computer. So that actually bumps it up. So no matter whether I'm standing or I'm sitting, my computer is at my eye height, and my keyboard that you can see here is wireless is at my hand height. So ergonomics is really important, especially when you spend a lot of time in your office. And the same with that box down here. That's actually for when I'm sitting. I'm short. And so when I'm sitting, it's actually better for my hips and for me to keep in alignment by having my feet on that box. So that's my foot box. I have a pillow behind me for ergonomics also because my legs are short. I loved the chair, but it wasn't quite ergonomically perfect for me. If we come over here, this is the view from back here. So you can see I have my bulletin board of a few things here. I have a plant that needs a little bit of love. I'm actually in the market for a new plant because for some reason he got sick. I've had him for 5 years. I'm really sad about it. These are my cords. Now you do need a little bit of slack in your cords. You can see these cords right here have a little bit of slack. Typically in the past when I had a stationary desk, I would, attach them to the pole and make them short and all that. But the problem is that I actually learned this the hard way, when you shorten these, and then you try and raise your desk, you're yanking everything out of the power strip. That doesn't work, right? So there has to be a little bit of slack to the cords, and you can see I train because I have my desk just in the middle of the room here, I train my cords along the back of my desk, and I have them all come down in the same place, and the same for underneath. Cords that come from the front all come through this hammock under the desk, comes with the desk, so it's really great. So I have all kinds of cords and adapters and all kinds of things in there that just live in there. I don't mess with them, but then the cords plug down into here. And I want it to be away from the wall. So I just have that one power strip that just goes right across here and plugs into the wall. It's not a tripping hazard or anything. It's not the most beautiful thing in the world, but it works fine. This is my networking and briefcase purse, my Kate Spade, love it. And it matches my office, so I let it sit right there. And then this in particular is what my client was interested in seeing, was this cart. So this cart's from IKEA, and these are the only papers that I have in my whole office. I am paperless. So this is, other than like notes I'm working on, but then I scan them in the Dropbox and I'm done with them if I do anything handwritten. So these are my notes. They're in a standing vertical piece here. This is scrap paper, and we have a couple notepads, some business cards of mine. That clicker goes to my diffuser. You can see diffusing away up there. We got some lavender and peppermint oil going right now. I have some page ups that hold pages when I'm working on projects. The second one down, and this is adjustable, so this can be at, really any of these can be at any height that you want them to be. I set it up so that I have these drawer organizers. I have this one's closest to me, so it's lip balm and chapsticks, a couple cords for electronics. I have page tabs and Post-its. I have miscellaneous office things like plugs for the kids, some glue for envelopes that aren't sticking correctly. Then I have zip twist ties and rubber bands, and then paper clips and binder clips. The bottom is where I keep my hole punch, my stapler, my 2 tapes, my painter's tape. The pink tape is double-sided tape. Some washi tape, and then some, this is where I keep all my finance papers that I scan in twice a month to my bookkeeper digitally. I have a whole digital process for that. I have my calendar on the wall. I have my goals on the wall. I have some art from my kids. And then behind my desk, I've set it up so that I have everything that I need at arm's reach. All I have to do is swivel. I actually have empty spaces because I don't believe in filling space for the sake of filling space. So this is water for my diffuser. Those are my essential oils that live right back there. Down here, this is a technology bin. So these are pieces of technology I use regularly, like stands for my phone and things like that. These are empty folders and giant Post-its, and 2 copies of a magazine that I was in that I have, like, I'll show you real quick. I think you may have already seen it before, but there's like this awesome spread, and I'm about to drop my phone. Okay, I got it. Where is it? It's so cool. It's here somewhere. Oh, here we go. Entrepreneurs are the engines of the economy, captains of business, and leaders of social change. Isn't that cool? I love that. So I have 2 copies of that there. And what else do I have at a grab? I have my books, and then a few books that I use all the time with clients. I have empty Polly Pocket file folders, a few clipboards, a few inspirational things. I keep envelopes back there, and then this is all about correspondence. And then these are things that I use for podcasting and recordings, and then just a decorative little teacup that I use for teas sometimes. So you can see how, especially when I move my chair to the side, I just push it over in the corner under the light. It just pushes right to the side, and ta-da! Like, this is my space, and I have this beautiful view of my conference room over here. You can see my whole conference room. You can see I have a great view outside my window, and it all just works out perfectly. So that is your tour of my office and a baby tour of the conference room. I'll take you on a deeper tour through the conference room sometime. But I want you to think about, I also have a trash can and a recycling can right at my feet. I want you to think about for your office, I bet you have a lot in your space. You see how little I have at arm's reach, right? I don't use that much. Going digital, being organized has helped me to not need to have a lot around me. And at the same time, I've mapped the space so specifically that just exactly what I need on a daily and weekly basis is at my arm's reach for me. So I invite you to consider how you might use something like this in your space. And I look forward to hearing your comments below. If this is helpful for you and you're looking for other ways to save 2 hours a day in your business, check out my website where I have a free gift for you. The 33 systems every small business must have to be successful. It's a free checklist. You can hop to my website, fullspectrumproductivity.com, and download that today. I hope you have a wonderful day. Keep thriving. Bye.